here. So I wanted to start a lesson on deep learning. The deep learning is a very important aspect of a data scientist, if you say, because now if you see in most of the world, like most of the works are done by with the help of artificial intelligence. So in deep learning, we have a layer of models and layer of networks through which we train a model to rectify like what should be the output, and the machine itself learns that if it's correct or not. So why the term deep learning? First thing is that deep learning is basically a machine learning only, but there are, as in machine learning, if you say, there are inputs and there is set of output, maybe one, mostly one or maybe two, three, something like that. But in deep learning, what we do, we have lots and lots of layers in between. If it goes like this, and each layer we connect it with each other, like each of them is connected with each other, uh, and this goes here, this goes here, maybe here, again here, maybe here, and here. So these all are connected to each other. These in these intermediate cells, which is taking the inputs from the previous layer's output, this gives the output, this is taken as the input, this here is the input, and at the end it goes to the output layer. Now what it really is, how we make it, we these layers, which is these inputs, we call it neural networks. Why the name neural networks? Because it was first done by the Maculos and Pitts in 1943, and what they tried to do is make a machine learning model, like they made a model which was exactly like a human brain human brain, or you say neurons. So they tried to implement a neurons like model in a machine which was same like a human brain. So from there we got the term neural network. So these all the networks which we are doing is a neural network. So up until now everything is clear. Why the term deep learning and why is it called neural network? Everything good? Okay. So now what we will see, what is the need of neural network? Because we have a linear regression, we have maybe decision tree and other models. What's the use of deep learning models and why do we need that? The first and the foremost point is this will take a lots of the input, but not too many, because these are computationally very expensive. Although it seems like it's good, but for a simple task, or maybe you can say, if you have to take an image, and suppose this is the pixel rate, and if you divide the images in lots and lots of parts, you don't know how many parts you have to divide to say like this is a cat or this is a dog. Because if I say, draw a circle over here as well, and if you divide this and keep on dividing it, you will see that this is going in some other planes as well. These things we can't do in a linear regression or maybe in decision tree, because decision tree, what happens with the linear regression is, this is the network, this is my output, and it's just connected with each other, and there we are getting the output. What does this is for maybe linear. What my decision tree will do is, we will have n number of these all will be connected to each other, not like this, but yeah, maybe connected to each other, and then this will be connected to each other, and then we will get an output. But if you see in as I said, in the deep learning or in the neural networks, these all are connected to each other, and every input, whichever input we are giving, or the output of the previous cell, is having some set of hyperparameters as well. So we have to do the hyperparameters tuning, and in most of the cases these are automatically done with like machines only. We are not supposed to do manually lots of things, although we have to know, because sometimes it's also a hectic task to like have the hyperparameters, because it's not in my data set. It can be n number of things, you don't know what these things are. But there is one thing for sure: for a small data set also you can train it and make it a good, like life-saving things. That is the good part of deep learning. Now there is simple networks as well, like feed forward network. So what feed forward network does, if you see a simple network, so it just goes from here, n numbers of layers suppose, so it will just go straight. It will be like this, like this, like this, and maybe this. So you see, it will just go straight and it will go give me the output. So this is like you can't like, you can't do the hyperparameters tuning like easily. I will not say it's impossible, because if you have n number of people, you need n number of people to work on a hyperparameters only. Because in just a feed forward network, these networks are not coming back, so it's not operating as per your expectation automatically. What in deep learning, if it comes back, it will just change itself. So what will happen if it changes itself? It will adjust itself so that the output, it should resemble with the output. Although we have to take care of how many layers we need, but yes, it will take care of the output by itself. And one more advantage is, if you have trained suppose a model on the on image recognition, maybe if a model is trained on the image recognition task, and now this is trained on maybe detect it's a dog or not. Now you have trained it, now you have saved it, so its hyperparameters is saved. This concept is called pickling, but I will let you know after that when it comes. But yeah, you should know that this model is saved. Now if I have to decide if I have to make another model for deciding if it's a cat or not, this trained model, we can use it to decide if the model is cat or not. So you see how simple it is. You can just train the model, save the its parameters, and you can just give it to another model. And yeah, although you have to like some tweaks you have to do, but yeah, it will be easier for you to train, and you have a model for you to like train easily. So this is the best part about the deep learning, and this is what I want to talk in detail. Like we will need an activation functions as well, which type of a loss function which we have to do, why we have to why this activate, what types of activation functions are supposed to be used. So these all things we will talk in details, and how what's the coding part also we will discuss in deep. And so yeah, let's see how it goes. If you like it, just give it a thumbs up or maybe comment if you don't like it, and I will see like I can work according to you, like what I can do to help you all. Thank you.